Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roros and Tinset. Welcome back to Geoguessr. We are doing a diverse world today, an old classic, a map by mapper. I gotta say, mapper made one hell of a fucking map. But that right there, pretty significant. We know almost for a fact we might be in Denmark. Now, here's the thing. Typically, this 30, I would assume, were kilometers. However, I think I've grown a little bit over the years. I now know it's not. It's probably a road. Now, I'm looking here because of the O. We do have to remember Denmark isn't the only place that does it. I believe Iceland does as well. However, this doesn't feel like Iceland. We also have the yellow divider line right-hand side of the road. We could also think that maybe it's the Faroe Islands, but there's way too many trees. Leads me to somewhere in the Nordic area, which I think is off to a good start. Now, we can try and find 30. Here's Corsor. We need to find Roros. There's a good chance we're not going to find it, alright? I'm going to full out fucking say it. We typically have some pretty shitty guesses, especially early on. But I'm seeing a lot of these O's, and it makes me feel a little bit more confident that we want to guess where we do. Now, there's still the possibility that we're not where I think we are. That being Denmark. We could end up in a different Nordic country. But there's just so much, man. There really is. We could try to find 30. I think that was the original goal. We got a lot of yellow roads. I think the white might matter. And that's definitely going to suck if it does. If we could find the 30, because these are blue. What about Finland? Not Finland, Norway. Norway's are white. Alright, there we go. That's all we needed. So 40, 43, 42, 44. We need to find the 30. Always go near the capital. The capital always has everything. Yeah, this is probably our best bet. We know that the 40s were down this way. Here's 35 and 314 and 32. 35 again. And 40. A lot of 300s over here, which might be exactly what we want. But we're going to be out of time before we're actually able to find it, guaranteed. But I think we have a good guess in. Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot further north. The bug is still here. Maybe this is an intended feature. I don't like it. I want to be able to go right in, right now, and be able to see it. So, are we not even on 30? We're on 26? Piece of shit. We're not even on 30. But 4,000 points, that's a great way to start off. I was surprised to see the yellow divider line, I gotta say. But we start off with yet another yellow divider line. We started in a great location. I don't even think we really moved last time. Let's see. Wooden sign. I can't really make it out. I think it says delivery. Yeah, something for delivery. It looks like it's in Spanish. So we're going to start looking into Central America and South America. I believe we just saw kilometers, which makes sense. We're not expecting to see miles here. And then we got some names, which is exactly what we fucking needed. Mercedes, Arizona, 105. Let's go to Mexico. Here's Arizona. Can we find anything else? Can we find 105 potentially? Or is Arizona? I'm thinking Mercedes is probably the important one, right? Is there a place anywhere near the border where it says Mercedes? Fuck. Maybe. Is Mercedes... Because I can't really make it out how far away it is. But we are on place 105. East Agua-Texina. The Arizona thing, right? That's what's throwing me off. I know we're not in Arizona. I know it. Alright? We got kilometers. I'll see if I can find the kilometer sign. not see a kilometer sign. Am I making shit up right now? I could have swore we did. Pedro el Descano. No, it's in Spanish. There's no way. And Victoria, 1. There's no way we're not in Mexico over by Arizona. There's no way. Can we find 105 anywhere, though? Maybe not. We have... I can't even see what the other part of the Mercedes is supposed to be. Probably a 2. Is there a place called Mercedes? Maybe not. If there is, we're going to guess close to it. But Arizona's going to be 58 kilometers. This is probably about 50. I'm hoping. And then Agro Tenisia, which is 7. That's probably what we should have started looking for. However, that's probably the smallest part. And probably the hardest one to find. I think I'm looking too close to the border, honestly. It happens. You wanna look for something that you are familiar with. We are very familiar with Arizona, although I'm trying to think maybe it wouldn't even be listed as Arizona. Maybe it'd just be listed as the United States, right? Yeah. All right. That right there was we found Arizona in English. And I wanted to guess near the Arizona border. So there's got to be a place over by where we are, 50 kilometers away, called Arizona. Which, I get it, right? It definitely threw me off. It kept me thrown off. Here's a place called Arizona. I get it. I do. Which means there's got to be a place nearby called Mercedes as well. That's me seeing something I recognize and wanting to guess near it. This feels very Russian, but the yellow divider line makes me now think Canada or potentially Alaska. We are on the right-hand side of the road. We will need to find a kilometer or mile sign to really get a good idea. But Alaska, definitely a good possibility. Bumblefuck Canada, good possibility. Probably not Russia. Russia doesn't use yellow divider lines. Looks like we do have a sign coming up. Divided highway begins 2 kilometers. So now we know we're in Canada. Can we find anything on this? Western 1, I think that says. It's kind of blurry. But let's stick with British Columbia around Alberta. I doubt we're going to be in any of the territories, like the Yukon or the Northwest. Those typically have, like, nobody. And we already saw, what, 4 or 5 vehicles? So that definitely helps us discredit those locations. Although we are seeing a lot of trucks. Find anything on this? That's a US dot. Could be close to the border of Canada and the United States, which probably would be Alaska. We do have a sign coming up. Let's see. The Fort McKay Industrial Park, Caribou Energy Park. The fact that it says Caribou solidifies any doubt in my mind that we're in fucking Canada. But I'm not finding anything. I'm not finding a flag. Not finding really any town names on any of these vehicles. Hertz Solution doesn't even show us anything here as well. That kind of sucks. High pressure, cleaning fluid, shale, so it's got to be near an oil field. Random place, British Columbia. Canada's kind of tough when it comes to locations like this. We end up in the middle of nowhere. We end up knowing that we're somewhere in Canada, and that's it. If you really needed anything more, Petro Canada. We know we're here. We know what country we're in. We don't know where in Canada we actually are. And that in itself is the problem. Fort McKay Caribou Industrial Park. Like that could definitely have Edmont or British Columbia or Alberta or anything on it that could really help us. We're out of time. We spent too much time looking for something that didn't exist. And then Fort McMurray. So, in the Alberta territory, we did think it was going to be on the border. At least we're getting good, I guess, with the correct geographical area. At least we got it was Canada, but guessing the wrong state. It does happen. We do it in the United States, too. I'm not going to, fault it. Alright. Tropical, we have a white divider line. Probably going to be an island. Let's see the language. Simpang Ki, Chanis, 500 meters. Left-hand side of the road. That does change a few things, and it allows us to really get a better idea of where we could and might not be. But definitely, I'm not guessing here just to guess here. I'm just throwing down a location in a general vicinity of where I think it should be. But that's not where we're going to want to leave our final guess. Sinka Dengu? I think it's kind of hard to see it, but that definitely sounds to me potentially Malaysian or Indonesian. Let's just keep going though. Hopefully we'll be able to find something else. God, I don't want to guess the Philippines because it doesn't seem like it's English, and I know English isn't the only language in the Philippines, right? I know it. It's probably going to be Indonesia or Malaysia. Not going to be Singapore. Singapore is rather small and really only consists of one large major city. So we could kind of forget that Singapore exists. Definitely not Thailand. So we could forget about all that. Not Laos. Not any of that stuff. So we're really stuck with maybe Papua New Guinea. But I don't believe they have Street View. So we could forget about them. And that really leaves us Malaysia, Indonesia. Right? Like, there's a good chance it's one of those two. And like by good chance, I'm gonna say like 99.8. Right? I'll give you guys the 0.2 as a wow math. You really were convinced, but you're wrong. And I'm not saying that I'm 100% sure it's one of those locations because I'm not. But I think we have a good idea. This is something on it that would probably help us. Way too sun faded. We're not finding anything. Just a wide open, empty road. Kind of boring. Kind of lame. Not really giving us anything. Not revealing any of their secrets. 2491. Simpang Ki. That kind of sounds like a territory, doesn't it? I hope. Fuck. Please. And then Chenderwashi. 2491. That's probably going to be where we lose everything. Oh. That. Why did I think we were near this? Singkawang? It doesn't even sound similar. It doesn't. So why did I see that and immediately want to guess there? I don't know. But we're out of time, so we're keeping on guess where it was. Ends up being Malaysia. Over here a little bit more. Not letting us do anything. So we're just going to accept our defeat, and we're going to go to the next round. 10,000 points. At least we broke 10,000. Right-hand side of the road, white divider line in the mountains. Probably going to be, I'm going to say, Central Europe. Maybe Italy. Italy's a good choice. Can we find anything, I guess, to give it away? Could be Spain, Portugal border. And now everything I just said is thrown out the window. And we're just going to randomly throw a guess down. I don't want to guess Greece. Down here, because we got that Z. Reminds me of Croatia a little bit, I guess. Can we find anything on this truck? Nothing that's going to really tell it to us. Everything else is a little too blurry, and we're not going to get a good view. So let's just go into Croatia, just throw down a random guess. It's not been a good day. It hasn't been a bad day, but it hasn't been a good day. And I think we've been having... I don't want to say we've been having a lot of bad days, but I think we've been getting a little unlucky. You guys have been doing great. I think we've been going the wrong way too often. And I want to know if there's a way to have a better idea about which direction to go when we first spawn in. Obviously, if you keep going one direction in enough time, you're going to hit water, right? It doesn't matter where you are. Every country will eventually, not every country, but every direction you go, if we're in Bosnia, you're going to hit water if you go south or west. Obviously, if you go north, eventually you're going to hit water. If you go east, you're eventually going to hit water. Is there a direction we should always try and go? What the fuck? And that completely changes everything. Completely changes everything. We're finding clues that don't make any sense, and then we're jumping to conclusions, and then we're getting fucked. That's pretty much what's happening. I'm just doing it. I don't care anymore. I'm angry. Well, I'm not angry, but it's frustrating. I don't think that Z isn't Portuguese. But every other thing we found, and then there's the MK. I think it's MK. I think it's Montenegro. Isn't it Macedonia? MK. Not Portugal, Spain, France, none of these. It's got to be over here, Montenegro. I'm just going to stick with... No, because Macedonia doesn't even have Street View. What other place could an M be? It's not Mexico. .mk. MK. I think we found this place before, the MK. Is it Moldova? No. And last time we found this place, I think we yelled at it too. Alright, now, so coming away with a little bit more than Screenshot did. So definitely Montenegro, fuck you, is MK. That helps. But goddamn, I could see why I wanted to guess Croatia, right? I think it was the Z. Obviously, that's not going to be enough information. The MK is what really sold it to us, and it really helped us get that to get us up to 15. That Argentina guess, I don't want to talk about it. And then everything else was, I'm going to say decent. I really am. Argentina, obviously, we found Arizona, and then I was like, alright, we're guessing near Arizona. But everyone else, yeah, everyone else did great. Felion did great. Screenshot the World did great. 600-point difference, that's really not too bad. It looks like the main culprit was the second location, which I believe was the Argentina one. And then, obviously, fucking up that Argentina guess. Because I wanted to guess near Arizona. Overall, it could be worse. It really could be. We could have really fucked this up. With 15,000, it's above average. I think it's a good start. Obviously not our best, not our worst. Still plenty of things to learn about. I really do wish Geoguessr changes their fucking system, because it's been pissing me the fuck off. But I do look forward to seeing you guys all next time for another episode. While I complain about it again, probably tomorrow. But I do look forward to seeing you guys all then. Have a good rest of your day. And bye-bye.